Yeah, the assessment was we played at home and it was very important for us to pick up 3 points. I think coming to the back end of the season, playing against an opponent that's just below us, I think the most important thing was pick up the 3 points, and I think well, we did that.
Because it's been a common thing this season where you go ahead and just shut up shop and try to defend your lead. What's the reason for doing that, especially at home with 30 minutes to go?
Well, the thing was we didn't want to shut up shop, but I think in transition moments we were getting caught out at times. So I didn't want to shut shop that early, but the case, I think we needed it, and we needed to shut shop. We needed extra play in that last line to stop those moments. And look the boys worked hard in the second half. That's why I don't like that shape. We're going into that shape allows the opponent to have the ball more often than what we would have liked. But the reality is, like I said, this part of the season and where we're at, it's very important that we pick up the points, and that's what we did.
Yeah. Reading from the lines of your first answer, it sounds like you weren't exceptionally excited about the performance.
First half, yes. Second half, not so much. But second half, obviously changing the shape doesn't help. But I still think there was moments when we did have the ball, we didn't play enough. I think we wanted to. What we spoke about at half time was actually kill the game with the ball by having possession and creating the best chance, rather than creating every chance in the game. And I think we didn't do that well. And like I said, when we did go, we got a little bit exploited in transition moments, and that's the reason why I went early into a 5 to cover those spaces. And like I said, when you do that, you allow the opponent to have the ball a lot more. But the reality is they had a lot more ball in front of our two banks.
You've got a bit of breathing room now in terms of the race to the finals. What is the goal? Is it top 2? Is it home final? Is it just to play finals? What's your objective?
The goal is to push as high as we can possibly go. The reality is, I think we're a good squad. I think we're a top 4 squad, and try to push for the top 2. At the end of the day, we need to get the results for that to happen. But we're pushing as high as we can go, and we'd love to have a home final. We haven't been able to play in New Zealand. Even my first season, where we finished 3rd, we didn't get the opportunity to play a final here. So I think it'd be fantastic to have that opportunity this season.
I think he's his 8th goal in 9 games. I mean, he wasn't sensational, so he did what he needed to. Just how good is he in terms of the league context?
Yeah, look, I think Oscar, when you say he wasn't as good, I think he did what he needed to do, in the sense that he fights with the central defenders, creates spaces for other players, holds the ball up when he needs to. They're not always going to have a perfect 10 out of 10 game, but there's the certain basics that he needs to do, and I think he does them well. And he had an opportunity to score again through a penalty, which he stepped up and scored from. So for me, I'm pleased with the work that he does, and overall, I think that's our boys at the back enjoying themselves. But for me, look, like I said, I think he's one of the best strikers in the competition. I think you'll be happy that Cal scored, Phil, but yeah, look, for me, Cal has been very consistent this season, and the reality is he's had a lot more consistency in playing time as well, and that also helps players. And for us, he's become very pivotal in the sense that he does a fantastic job defensively and gets up and down that line in the way that we set up. So I'm happy for Cal to score. But also, look, for me, he does a lot of work without the ball as well and covers a lot of spaces. So for me, like I said, the more game time, the more consistency players have, the better that they get.
Would you like to see us come rewarded with him?
Oh, definitely. I want all our boys that are currently in the squad to be rewarded with the opportunity to showcase themselves at the international level.
Because how has he sort of adjusted to that right back role? I mean, it's probably been right back from time to time, but it wasn't midfield with us, and converted was that position. So how do you think he's sort of adjusted to that?
He's adjusted very well. I think Cal's biggest strength is his defensive side of the game. It's very rare that he gets beaten 1v1. So I think he does that quite well, and now it's just about the timing of when to attack and when to join the attack and when to support the player under is where he's still developing. But like I said, no one's a finished product. Even when you retire, you're not the finished product, but he's slowly growing, and I think he's had a very consistent season.
You mentioned before about not wanting to go to that formation 3 at the back so early. But at this point of the season, the table's so tight, is it sometimes just about getting the points any way you can?
Yeah, that's the reality. We made a decision on the bench that, like I said, we thought, we got opened up a bit in transition. So, I think we did in the 60th minute, the sub, where we brought Lawsy on to give us that extra player in that back line. I don't mind doing it last 10 minutes or 5 minutes where we need to shut shop and kill the game out, but like I said, we had to do it early, and at the end of the day, I can say it worked because we won the game.